Ross Hodge and company have reached out to an enormous 6'10 big man. It's Paul After Dark. Let's talk about it.
You are Locked On West Virginia, your daily podcast on the West Virginia Mountaineers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And what is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I am your host. This is Locked On West Virginia, baby, where we're talking West Virginia basketball, and it's late night. It's 11:30 p.m. on a Saturday night, but that's all right, man. We love the Mountaineers no matter what time of day it is. There might only be a few of you guys in here, but that's cool with me, man. I just wanted to talk about this as I obsess over every little aspect of the team, as you guys already know. Welcome in, everybody. I don't know what that shadow came from. What's up, Devil Dog 44, SNS Performance, and Ranger Buck? What's up, fellas? Oh, we got a lot of people in here. Okay, I should not be surprised. We've had this many in here before, late as it is, and it continues to shoot up. We're already to 50 people. What's up, Matthew? All right, so I'm sure some of you guys have seen this. I wanted to do some research on it to see what was going on. Interesting deal here. I'm just going to throw something out to you guys before we get to the breakdown and the soft edge meter. So this kid's name is pronounced Aliou, and then the last name is pronounced Dioum. So Aliou Dioum, right? It's kind of hard to say. Aliou Dioum. A little easier once you get to saying it. He is a 6'10", some list him as 6'11", 200-pound center from Bella Vista Prep in Scottsdale, Arizona. He is a native of Senegal. He's a four-star prospect in 2026, rated top 146 overall, the 20th rated center, number 10 in the country by 247 Sports. 6'10", 200 pounds, a center / forward. This is one of those ones where it makes me just curious if, and I don't know if this would be too much for one class. Obviously, maybe put yourself behind the eight ball a little bit, but the thing is like Ross Edge said, best player available. Would the best player available possibly? I'm just speculating here. I don't have any inside knowledge on this. I checked in. I do know that Aliou is capable of reclassifying to 2025. Now, does that mean it's going to happen? I'm not going to say that. Just putting a little seed in your head here because this could be something to watch. Could the best player available for 2025 be one of the best players for next season, like Amir Jenkins, reclassified? Then you got two youngsters that serve as really good depth pieces that can play right now. I think this guy's got the frame to do it at 6'10", 200 pounds, absolutely. He is a Swiss Army knife, guys. That's what he is. Wait till you get to see the tape on this kid. It's really cool. He's a versatile, high-motor big guy that fits the modern, fast-paced, positionless style of basketball that most coaches have come to coach. His skill set is pretty well-rounded. I don't think there's any aspect of his skill set that dominates the other. He excels in multiple areas. If you look at like a Coleman Hawkins from a few years ago, or from a year ago, or 2 years ago, whatever it was now, similar to that, right? That went to Kansas State from Illinois. I would say he's a very similar player to that. Maybe not quite as advanced as shooter at this stage of his high school career, but definitely in that category player. When you're talking about by the time he's a senior, he's an NBA prospect for sure. He's a bruiser. He likes to get down there and bang a little bit too. Let's break him down a little bit. So Dioum is just, one of those, like I said, Swiss Army knife type prospects, capable of playing multiple roles. He can operate in that dunker spot off the pick and roll as a lob threat. That's a really good spot for him. He can put the ball in the deck if you kick it out to him on the wing, and he can drive towards the rack and dunk it. He shows flashes of perimeter skills for a guy with his size and the ability to play both inside and outside, which obviously makes him a fit for any coach, especially like Brad Underwood at Illinois is a great example of kind of plays that positionless style. Darren DeVries as well. He has a really good mid-range jumper and a good outside shot as well. I think he shows flashes of really good range, knocks down jumpers from different points. If you look at the Laporta Invitational, which is what I watched, he was really good there. He's also effective around the basket. He uses size, athleticism, strength. He finishes lobs, scores in the paint with ease. His offensive output can be a little inconsistent, where he's, only shoots 2 or 3 times sometimes. I think he gets stuck on being a defender, which is where he's really good. He is a game-changing defender. This is where he makes almost all of his hay. He's got a lot of potential on the offensive end, but he's a much more polished defensive player and potentially an all-conference defensive player somewhere. Wherever he goes, he's a game-alerting defender. If you look at it, the Peach Jam, he had 4 blocks in the game. He's got great length and athleticism that allowed him to protect the rim, disrupt opponents. And that's how you see scouts note his ability to force turnovers through steals and blocks. That high motor, man, scouts do praise it. If you look around the country and what people are saying about this kid, he shows relentless effort on both ends of the court. And I think it does enhance his rebounding and defensive impact. His energy lines with right with Ross Hodge and what he wants to do, which, I think he's going to value a guy like Brendan Lorient that's a high energy big. He's only 200 pounds, so obviously he's wiry. He definitely needs to add strength to handle collegiate and potential NFL bigs. His jump shot is definitely promising, but it's still a little inconsistent. So his offensive game can use a little polish. So we'll see how he gets, because he's from Senegal, so he's going to get better as he's placed in these scenarios. 6'10", 6'11", he has the height and wingspan to impact both ends of the floor. Especially early, I expect him to be a very good lob finisher and rim protector. His ability to block shots, force turnovers through steals, showcase elite defensive instincts. He's got that going on in spades for himself. And his ability to, he's got great mobility, which allows him to run the floor. He's a gazelle running down the floor, similar to an Antetokounmpo, somebody that's 6'10" that can just run the floor, right? Finish above the rim and handle the ball on the perimeter, which is a rare trait for a center, guys. He's got great shooting potential. Not a sniper, but his mid-range game is definitely good. And he's got the potential to turn into a 30-35% three-point shooter, maybe even better. He's got that high energy, relentless motor that makes him a constant presence on the floor, glass defensively, and man, is he going to fit somebody's scheme really, really well. Like I said, weaknesses, basically his physical development at 200 pounds, he's got to gain weight. He's got to get a little more offensively consistent. His decision-making could be a little better when in high-pressure spots, but that comes with experience. Shooting consistency can be a little bit better. And, obviously once he faces stronger competition, we'll get a real eye for what he is. He's received at this point 10 high major offers from West Virginia, Illinois, Syracuse, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, Missouri, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Arizona State, Fresno State, and some others. He did have a visual visit with Loyola Chicago and Wake Forest. He's got those coming in the coming weeks. At the Peach Jam, he had 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 blocks in the game. So he's got that two-way impact going. He's got a lot of buzz going on right now. Illinois wants him. A lot of teams want this guy. He's expressed some interest in Georgia Tech. Syracuse sees him as their first center offer as well. So his recruitment's definitely heating up. But, man, if West Virginia could pull this off, if I were West Virginia, I would try to reclass him to 2025 just to get him. Honest to God, I think he'd be great in that last roster spot. He would be a big that could come in, and by the time you're 10, 12 games into the year, maybe he's a little bit ready to play. If you look at the soft edge meter, I've got him a 9 out of 10 on defense. His defensive impact is elite for his age, man. He's going to be an elite defender for somebody. Rebounding, he's 9 out of 10. He's got a great frame, 6'10", 6'11". 200 pounds at the high school levels is good. He'll have to gain 20 or 30 for the collegiate game, obviously. His offensive versatility is also a 9 out of 10. Man, he can score in the paint. He can hit mid-range jumpers. He can shoot perimeter. He can run off the pick and roll. He can go pick and pop. He can hit lobs. Like there's so many different things the kid does. He runs the floor in transition. He's a 10 out of 10 athlete. He's a lob finisher above the rim, bounces his head off the backboard. He can handle the ball. Like you'll see, he's a rare type center, and his athleticism is going to be his best strength as he transfers up into the power four. His basketball IQ is a 9.5 out of 10 as well, man. He's got really strong instincts on the defensive side of the ball, especially in transition. His decision making obviously does have to get better, but I think it's developing. And by the time he gets to college, I think it'll be good. I've got him an overall hard edge meter of 46.5 out of 50. I think he is a hard edge player. I think he's definitely a highly sought after 26 prospect. He's got the tools to be that modern, versatile big man that we talk about with the size, athleticism, and defensive ability to make him an extreme standout. And here's the thing, too. He's still developing, y'all. He's got a potential to add that shooting range to his shot, add some strength. He can refine his game just a little bit. And before you know it, this kid is one of the best players in the league. We'll see what Ross Hodge does. Obviously, it's going to be a tough to pull this kid in, but I do think we have a shot, and I would love to see him reclass him to 2025 and potentially try to do that. I'll explain exactly what has to happen for that to happen on the other side of the break, and we're also going to watch some tape on this kid because, boy, is he a phenom. And this episode of Locked On West Virginia going to be brought to you by Monarch Money. And when we talk about Monarch Money, we know they're doing it pretty big right now because if you've ever wished your money, making it, managing it felt a bit easier, well, with Monarch Money, now it can. Whether you're growing your savings, planning a big purchase, or what have you, Monarch Money puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO where you get full visibility and control over your finances. It's more than just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center where you can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one easy, convenient place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building your wealth. Take control of your finances today with Monarch Money and use code LOCKEDONCollege at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONCollege for half off your very first year. In segment 2, I crack open a Baja Blast Dew because if we get this guy, of course, you will have to Baja Blast my ass up into the sun because I think this kid would be just an amazing addition to this year's class. Now, I understand that it's not exactly super likely, but let's get to the tape, man. I think that's what we need to do. Here he is right here. Great smile on the kid. He's got so much ability. We're going to watch some clips on him. Just be prepared to be extremely, extremely impressed. Get that music off. Would like to turn it on, but you can't. Windmill dunk. That's nice. Just easy for him, at the rim. Nice. How about a little up and under behind? I mean, look at him with the ball in his hands at 6'10". Incredible. Driving at the rim with the left hand, the off hand at that. Just, this kid's going to be a problem for people, man. A problem. That's a clip. You look. Just incredible, man. What a great athlete he is. There he is on the block. Look at that offensive, that's just so impressive to me to watch him. Obviously the dunk's great, but like on the block here, he's got the spin move. Now, the guy that's guarding him is not very big. But I mean, you got the spin move, then you got the pump fake and the up and under. So the IQ's there, right? The game's pretty much slowed down for him. This is, like I said, this is where I think he'd be just amazing for West Virginia. These little lobs, I mean, he throws those down with regularity and with ease. Man, he would be so fun to watch in West Virginia's offense for sure. There's another one. And there's a oh, that's the same one. It looks like he posted the same one a couple different times. Here he is again. Just blocking cats, dunking stuff on the lobs. There he is again. Another spin move. He's got such great feet. And I mean, those lobs, man, he scores a lot like that. There he's in the open floor, handling the ball at 6'10, 6'11. Just crazy. And you haven't even seen him shoot the ball yet. He's so big here for this skill level. It's kind of hard to get a gauge on how he would do against bigger guys. But I do know early on the lobs and things would definitely be something that he could absolutely be, you know, uh, impactful with. So great. He's just he's a little raw in some ways, but in some ways he's like almost there. Like he's got good handles. He's an athlete. He can dunk like from any position on the floor. He's a gazelle. That's the Antetokounmpo comparison that I was trying to get to you right there. Where'd it go? I might have missed it. No, there it is right there. Right here. This next play coming up. This is like, well, this too. I mean, but this is Giannis Antetokounmpo right here, right? He gets the rebound. He just takes off up the floor. 2 steps from almost half court to get to the rim. It's craziness, man. Craziness. So, and those are older, by the way. That was from 20. I mean, let me go look. I think those were older. I have to go see. No, it says 2024 on them. I don't know. Maybe not. Just about ripped the rim off there. Gosh. There he is, the jumper. Buttery. Another jumper. Little jab step, pump fake to the baseline. I mean, this kid, there's another pump fake off the backboard to himself. No way. Did he just do that in the middle of the game? Oh, shit. That's crazy, man. How about the hop step? Obviously, this kid's way too talented to be playing against these players, in my opinion. He definitely needs challenged. He's way better than everybody else down here at this level. But I mean, yeah, he's definitely got to gain some weight. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Now that you've seen him play, do you think he would be worth? Do you think he'd be worth a reclassification considering what's left out there? Hey, Pokemon Kid Entertainment. Yeah, I'm very sorry about your dad, man, Junior Tunnel. I had mentioned that on another show a few weeks back, but I certainly don't care to address it again. I'm very sorry for your dad's passing. For those of you listening on podcasts, there is somebody in the comments named Pokemon Kid Entertainment who I can only gather is a young man or a younger person. His dad would use his profile to watch my videos. And unfortunately, he passed away. So, I do want to address that. And I am very sorry that you lost your father. I've lost mine. I know what that's like. It's not easy. I'm not over it. My dad passed in 2013 at a young age at 53, and I'm not over it. And then my biological dad, because my stepdad, I guess if you want to call him that, raised me. My biological dad passed away a couple years later in surgery. So I even though we weren't as close, I definitely know what you're going through, and I'm certainly here for you if you ever need me. All right, guys. So like I said, this kid is so impressive. We'll watch a few more clips on him here. There's his back to the basket. It seems like a much bigger player was guarding him there, although it didn't show the full play. But I mean, it seems like every other play you see, look at him with dribbling the ball out. Here's the thing. If you just break down his jumper, that is scary. I mean, that's a perfect form shot. The elbow's sticking out just a touch, but it's not really a big deal. Um, first AAU preseason game was fun, is what he has captioned here. But just an excellent shot, buttery smooth. I mean, you can only imagine what he'd be like with the right coaching and work. This kid's got so much upside. It's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Hoping to get some. I thought he was going to do an interview there, but he didn't. Here you see him from the foul line. Just a great looking jump shot. So that's cool. Yeah, man. Block shots. Here he is on defense. Look at him move his feet, guys. You seeing this? I mean, this is the kind of motor we're talking about, though, that Ross Hodge would like. Obviously, this is a major mismatch with this player. He's just too good to be guarding him. But I mean, the potential for this guy is immense. No doubt about it. He's just got a little bit of everything. He's one of those guys, man, that could really put it together and be good. So, wow. That was nice. There's another block shot. There he is finishing. Oh, no, I thought it was him finishing through contact. But, yeah, he runs the floor so well, they just throw it up to him. I mean, what else can he do, There's nothing anybody can really do about it. It's pretty wild. So I don't know if he comes in and helps West Virginia's. What do you do with a guy that's 6'10" that can handle the ball on the perimeter like that? It's pretty crazy, man. So, he's already following me. Hey, should I send him a message while we're live on the air? I'm doing a video on you now. Me ask him right now, would you reclassify to 2025 or are you able? Let's see what he says to that. We do it right live on the air, guys. Heck with it, Heck with it. All right, so let's go to break really quick. I want to shift gears a little bit because I had somebody ask me a question earlier. What if Jamori Robinson isn't eligible this year? What do we do then? I've got an answer for you. We'll talk about it next, guys. Stick around. All right, we are back here at Locked On West Virginia. So here's what I'm going to do. By the way, in order for him to reclassify, so you have to have, let's see. Let me make sure I'm right on this. You got to have academics right. I know that. Obviously, they got to be physically ready. That's another thing. You've got to have a completion of your core courses. You got to have a GPA and test scores that meet the NCAA sliding scale GPA. So if he's taken like any advanced coursework or accelerated his academic timeline, he can meet these requirements by 2025. Like those are things I don't know the answers to, obviously. He must officially graduate from high school before enrolling in college as well. So that's another thing. So you can accelerate the coursework if you need to do that. And then the clearinghouse registration. He's got to register with the NCAA Eligibility Center and submit transcripts and test scores to be certified as an amateur athlete eligible for D1 play. So that's got to be completed before enrolling in college. But we have time for that I mean, technically, a guy could get his senior year done right now, even this late in the summer, I guess, if you wanted to give it a shot. Um, before the season starts, anyway. You got a couple months. I don't know how hard it would be. I mean, I guess if the right people were involved, it wouldn't be hard at all, But I mean, I'm not saying corruption. I'm just saying guys have pull, guy like Ross Hodge or somebody like that. You know, people tend to listen to them kind of dudes. Uh, let's see. Well, we got a message from somebody here. Let's see. Uh, is it possible? Do we already have a response? Um, we do, but it's not letting me view it. So we'll just check it out after the fact, and I'll update you guys. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're on here. All right. So, anyways, back to what we were talking about. So, you know, Jamori Robinson, right? If he's not eligible, that's a question that I've been asked at least 10 times the last couple of weeks. And it would be an enormous blow, obviously. No doubt about it. It would be a huge blow for us. And I started to look at who else on our team is worth a crap when it comes to pass rush or anything like that. And we've actually got a couple guys I think that still can carry that weight. The first guy I want to bring up is I think this might be without Jamori. I think this guy right here may be our best pass rusher on the team, Marshawn Oxley. I'm a big fan of his. I'll show you the tape if it's here. I don't know if it's on here or not, to be honest. There are some clips it looks like. So we'll watch what clips we can watch here. But I mean, there's one. If you want to see him right here, the kick can really go. Or is that not him? I'm not sure which one it is, y'all. I really don't on that play. That one's all jacked up. Here's 2 minutes of highlights. We'll just watch this one. Yeah, that's him right there. Okay, that makes me feel. This is him outside number 23. He's so quick. And I really like watching him play defensive rush end. Boom. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody just died. What a hit. Wonder why they didn't play that all the way through. If I'm Oxley, I'm playing this all the way through right here. Look at the hit the running back gets right here. Right here. Here he comes. Like this is a Carl Joseph level hit. Boom. Oh, God. What a hit. For those of you listening on podcast, Oxley comes off the edge free. Running back gets the ball before he can take 2 steps. It's one of those where they leap off the ground and what do they call it? Normally it's a penalty whenever they leap, but they have a specific term for it. What do they call it? Not a spear, but it's basically when they leap into somebody, right? Oh my God. I mean, look at him. He's loaded up there. Boom. God, what a hit. We love that, though. I mean, we'll take it. There he is again, guys, coming off the edge. So, if you're talking about just to the outside, right, he's got a lot of speed to the outside, as you can see here. Now, the bend to get back up around the quarterback here doesn't look great. You see how he stutters for a second? You see how he stutters right here? Instead of just bending into it, you would like to see that improve. And I think he can. I think that's him there. Yeah. Man, is he fast. I mean, he's really fast. I would like to have seen his 40 time. I bet it's probably 4.6, 4.5, 4.6 in there, somewhere in there. Maybe it's 4.7, but I mean, he's fast, man. And his initial 10 yards is really good here. I mean, he can really get off the ball. I'm telling you, Oxley is a guy. I've told a few people this year, and here's the thing: like when I start to think about how many players I like on this team, it's a lot. I don't know if they can put them all together in one season and win, but I promise you, this is more talented than we've been in the entire Neil Brown era, outside of the offensive line that we had. I don't count that because we'll never. I mean, that offensive line that we had was way. It makes me mad because it got wasted in some respects. But anyway, here he is again. Much better picture. See that? That's a nice play, right? I love the little stutter start stunt here. He's got the ability to stop, start, and go. So that's cool. We'll take that. Standing up there and watch him just scrape over and watch him chase down the quarterback here, who was a mobile guy. You can tell which one's him on every play, guys. They've only got one guy, one linebacker that stands up, and it's him. So every play, if you see a guy standing up on either edge, that's where your eyes need to go. See, if he takes that outside edge, man, he's tough to beat. He's really quick through the outside. Now, he's going to have to develop, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I've watched all his tape to know better, but at least so far, he's going to have to develop another move or two off of that because at the Big 12 level, guys are going to stifle you off the edge like this. And maybe he does have. Like I said, I'm not going to pretend like I know enough about him to say that I can with certainty say that either way. But I mean, he's got some. Now that's another thing that worries me about him a little bit. We've seen it a couple times show up. His change of direction's not elite, like right here. Now this is in practice, so maybe it doesn't count. But watch the quarterback just sidestep him. I don't know. Maybe it's who knows if they were going full speed. On the outside again here. He's quick to that outside though. I definitely think he's a guy you gotta account for. There he is, strip sack. He's gonna cause you to fumble, no doubt about it. There's a great bull rush. That's something I was wanting to see. Watch him get his right hand into the tackle. That's a great leverage bull rush. Look at his leverage. Look at the tackle standing straight up. He's at an angle, and that gives you all the leverage you need just to drive a guy back. No shot. That play was blown up if he wanted it. Outside here again. I mean, man, he is tough to catch off the outside there. I mean, he gets off the ball quick. I really do think he's going to make an impact for us. Now, I liken him to, I don't know who we've had that's like this lately. Also, Curtis, obviously Curtis Jones is another one that I don't know. I don't know what he looks like. We have to see more. But, I mean, he could potentially be a big impact guy there with they say he's grown and all this. So, there's a lot for him, too, to possibly step in and do. But, I mean, Oxley, as far as a pure speed rush guy, man, he's good. Here he is, Colorado State, guys. I mean, he made an impact there. I forgot all about this one. And you get to see some really good stuff there about him at Colorado State, where he was 86. Now, he looks a little undersized here. Going to have to gain a little more for Big 12 play. But, I mean, he flies off the edge. There's a reason he was dominating them dudes there's a strip sack at the Division I level, right? So that's impressive. He's definitely – it's not like he ain't played no ball. There he is against Wyoming getting a nice play in. I mean, he makes plays off the edge. That's what he does. So I think you look at Oxley, man, you got to have to say, okay, if Jamori Robinson is out, this guy can at least help make up. Now, they don't play the same position necessarily because I guess he's more of a bandit. Jamori, I guess they're going to play D-end. I don't know. I think they're probably going to play Jamori both, in my opinion. But I mean, as far as production, who's going to make up for those lost sacks? I think this is a guy that's going to make up for some of that. Because I was expecting Jamore to get at least 9 to 10 this year. So I think this is a guy that can get you 4 or 5, especially if he plays a lot. But man, he screams off the edge, as you can see here. I mean, are these guys elite players? I don't know. I'd have to go look. But I mean, you can see he's out of his stance. Watch him just beat the hell out of this left tackle. It's not even close, right? I'm around you. And that's D1 level. I mean, it's the group of 5 level, but it's still, I mean, he chews up dirt when he runs. So I like Oxley quite a bit, as I've said multiple times now. But keep your eye on him, man. It's him. I'll show you guys one more guy since I'm just in the mood to talk tonight. There is another guy that I think could make up for. Now we already watched Braden Siders last night. I don't think Siders is a guy that's going to make up in pure pass rush. That's just my opinion, right? In my opinion, I don't think Siders is a guy that comes in as a pure pass rusher and makes a whole hell of a lot of hay. I mean, he's going to get some. Don't get me wrong, Siders can pass rush, no doubt. But I was trying to see who that was against. It was back to the community college again. But let's see. Is it Devin? Yeah, Devin Lloyd. Is this him? No. Who do we? I'm trying to remember how to spell his first name, guys, from the Incarnate Word. I don't know. I'll find it right now. Okay, so Devin Grant. I don't know why I want to say Lloyd for. I guess just too many. It's late. I'm not all the way 100% with it right now. All right, and we follow each other, of course we do. All right, so Devin Grant. All right, so Devin Grant's the guy. If you're asking me, well, where is he at? There he is. He's another guy. I really love this kid, man. He and Oxley are, in my opinion, they're two best pass rushers on the team besides well, I mean, I don't even know if you can technically consider him on the team yet. Here he is in West Virginia gear, but Jamori Robinson, obviously. So here he is lifting some weight up. That's nice to see. As you can see, he's got he's pretty thick here, right? We can tell he's been eating. That's good. We'll take that. He's got Colorado highlights on here that I adore because I think, you can watch his Incarnate Word stuff if you want to, and we will. I mean, he dominates at that level, and that's ESPN Plus though. But I mean, as you can see, he's like through the ball, nice little it's kind of sideways, but a nice strip sack. I mean, if you turn your head this way, you can see it. Here he is in the edge. You can see he comes off the edge here. Nice little head fake. Comes around the edge. Just a great little pass rush move. So that one's cool. Let's see what this one is. Oh, that's ESPN Plus again. But we'll watch the Colorado stuff because I think you see him at Colorado. He really shows out in these videos, in my opinion. So we'll enlarge that. All right, so let's look at the Colorado footage here before he transferred. He's at straight up defensive end. There you see him. He goes through 2-3 guys. I mean, pretty impressive little play on the first play. It's a tight end and a running back. Sheds the tight end, and then he sheds the H back, and then he gets the running back. So impressive move there for sure. Watch him stand up a guy on the edge. He went through 2 guys again. And these aren't pass rushing situations necessarily. But I mean, you can see he holds up well in the run. There he is again doing the same kind of deal. He comes down quickly off the edge. Chase down the back. Nice play there. But pure pass rush, he's got that too, obviously. I like it a lot. Nice little block there. That's a nice play. Now that's a nice play. You just beat the tight end to the inside, right? Nice play. So he does a few different things. Obviously, he's a much better run defender than Oxley, that I can see so far, anyways. And here you can see he eats guys up in one-on-one drills as well. Nice hands, right? Now, on that drill, I wouldn't say he necessarily destroyed the guy, but I mean, you can see he's nasty. Watch him slap the hands. They call hand fighting. Great rip underneath. I mean, he does a pretty good job getting around. In the very least, you can force the quarterback to step up. But I mean, if the quarterback holds on to it, he's got him there. This play here, look at the rip. He's about to rip right underneath there. You guys know I talk about rips all the time. But there's the club with the left hand, the rip with the underneath. It's so simple, but it works so well. Club rip, and you're beat. There's no way a quarterback's going to be able to have time to throw there. He's got some nice get off, man. Here's a little power to speed. Nice job. And here he is, some little bull rush. I mean, that's a dominating rep for sure. Right there on the edge. Watch him just knock this dude totally off balance. Boom. Sit down. These are Colorado players, man. So, obviously he's talented enough to do this. That's a nice play. And this is kind of from the inside, right? He's, that's what I'm saying. You can move him around the line a little bit. But I mean, this is in between the guard and tackle. But I mean, watch him just eat this guard for lunch. No, sir. No, sir. That's that same play over again. He's got some nasty hands, man. He really does. He likes to punch them things around. So, but anyways, I don't know why I want to call him Lloyd, but Devin Grant is a guy that, I think he can make up some of the pass rush as well. Now, I also want to say, I don't know what some guys are going to turn into, so there's always that part of it. But I mean, this guy, the other guy, and even Keenan Eck, I think, has got some stuff to him as well. That's gorgeous there, man. That is a perfect textbook. This is total domination right here. You get into the guy with two hands, you knock him off balance, and you just right underneath, right? Boom, boom. Perfect. There he goes to the inside on a play, and it's over. Doggone it. Well, he came inside on one. So we'll take that. But yeah, obviously, Mr. Grant, man, big fan. Think he can definitely make an impact at West Virginia this year. He's an older guy by now, for sure. He's got a lot of time in. I think he knows his clock is up. This is it. This is the year. Look at him putting on weight. Looks like he's going to play inside and out for West Virginia. I mean, as that's a big defensive end. He's got size. He's 6'3", 6'4". So there's no reason, man, that he can't be a big-time impact player for West Virginia this year. And I think he's got a really good shot to do so, man. So Devin Grant, Marshawn Oxley, two guys I think that in a situation where Jamory Robinson unfortunately won't be able to play, I think these are two guys along with Siders, that transfers wise, that can absolutely make a big, big difference on the production we're going to lose. But we're not going to, the threat that Robinson poses is we don't have a guy that can pure pass rush like that. So that part's unfortunate, but I do think, we've got a collection of guys that we brought in. I mean, even Adam Tomczyk, is a guy for sure. Where do I get my hats? Different places, Don or Dan. Somebody in the comments wanted to ask me where I get my hats. I got this one on the road at, I want to say it was at a Love's or a Flying J or somewhere along the lines there when I was driving through like the Wyoming. I think it was through like Wyoming, Tennessee, not Tennessee, but Wyoming, Iowa, Illinois, like through there. So the High Plains. I think that's where I got it. But yeah, it's a good hat. The other hats I get at like Lids, places like that. So you can get anything online though, brother, for sure. If you want this hat, you can just search up Mountain Dew hats. You'll see a bunch of different places you can order them. This one was just like $15 and I was right there in front of me. I'm like, heck yeah. People have been asking me to get one anyways. All right. So I'm going to pull up the roster really quick. Hold on. I want to talk about one or two things really quick before we get off here. This is a longer one. I'm just not tired, y'all. I haven't even ate today yet. That's how freaking I'm just not tired for whatever reason. Eddie Kelly was the other guy that although not an elite pass rusher, I think is a guy for sure that can make an impact, right? So I don't know if I have to put the junior or not, but yeah, there he is. So, I mean, unfortunately for him, unfortunately, I don't think he has any highlights on his page. I've looked for him before, and he doesn't have any on. He doesn't have any on YouTube or anywhere. He's got one video where he's like talking crap to Alabama, I think it is, but like he's definitely a good player. Definitely going to play a lot for sure. So let's see positions. Make sure I got this done by position here. I was making sure I didn't forget anybody. Oh, Curtis Jones. So obviously Curtis Jones could be our best pass rusher, and we just don't know it yet. We just had to see him play, but obviously we've heard a lot about him this offseason. So Curtis Jones is the other guy. So, the other positions that as far as the guys that are possibly won't be eligible, I think we're okay. I think we got guys in each room that can make up for that loss. But Jamoy Robinson, there's no way, right? So that's pretty much all I got, I think, guys. I'll be back tomorrow as always, 7 days a week we do this. If there's anything you guys would like to talk about, let me know in the comments for sure. Like the video before you go. Subscribe if you're new around here. Share the video out if you're watching this. The basketball schedule has already been released, Dustin. We know who we're going to play. We just don't know when we're going to play them, if that's what you mean. But you can look it up. We can look up all the teams we're playing. And there's even a couple of leaks out there right now of other teams that we're supposed to be playing that aren't necessarily officially official yet. I haven't done a video on it because schedule videos aren't necessarily popular, if you will, amongst the people. They just, if it's football, it's different, but in basketball, not as big a deal for most people, y'all. So looking at the roster, obviously, for the most part, though, I think I've gone over pretty much everybody for this evening. If there's anybody else you would like to talk about, for sure, let me know. But other than that, that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks for making Locked On West Virginia your first listen, and for being a part of the Locked On Podcast Network. We talk about your team every single day, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Maybe I got a little tired doing this one finally. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here.